LoveLine.
LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. This is LoveLine. LoveLine. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician and an addiction medicine specialist. Nikki Ziering is our guest tonight. Beautiful, the shapely, the blonde. Nikki Ziering in studio tonight.
Start that now.
Always good to see you. Nikki has a good cut to her jib. Yes, Drew?
Didn't we end the show last night with you liking somebody's cut?
Yeah, that was a guy.
Yeah,
but that was more metaphorical. This is physical.
Literal. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Because Nikki comes in, she gives you a nice hug. And when you put your hands on somebody, you sort of realize how they're shaped. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I don't mean that.
Is that what you were doing with your hands?
Yeah. Yes, that was me.
Shame.
That was me feeling her Panama feeler gauge. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see.
Contour gauge, they call it in carpentry.
Nice.
I felt yours too.
Thank you. I take the shape, though. You're feeling yourself because I just take the shape of whoever I hug. You know what I'm
always
saying?
me, always feeling myself.
But some people, and this is, people exercise, models write books, they come out with, belly busters and thigh smashers and everything. You can't change your cut.
Right.
You can lose a little weight, but you just can't change your cut. And Nikki's got a good cut. And
Thank you.
If you want to see her cut, you can see it on National Lampoon's Gold Diggers, which is out coming up this Tuesday. It's everywhere. The DVD is going to be released because you were in here when it was released theatrically. Is that right?
That was the last time I was here. Yeah.
Right, and tell us about give us the premise. You run around in a bikini and guys try to hump you. Is that it?
Well, not really. It's about these two guys, these young guys who, they want the finer things in life, and so they court and marry these two older women thinking that they're going to die soon and they'll inherit their fortune. But what they don't realize is the older women have taken out life insurance policies on the guys, and so they're all trying to whack each other. Yeah.
Let me tell you, let me float an idea for a movie I had.
Oh.
Yeah. You're a horrible talk show host and horrible interviewer when someone tells you their movie and that reminds you of your movie.
Yes. Whenever you say this reminds me, it was anything about myself, that's a bad thing.
All right, but stick with me because we got 2 hours. I'm opening the DVD now. This is my sitcom, but it could also be a movie. It's called AIDS Butler.
Oh,
remember this one?
Yes, I do.
All right, now dig on this, Nikki.
Oh, boy.
There are these things called viatical agreements or settlements. They were popular about 5-6 years ago, and it's an interesting thing that most people don't know about, which is if you have a life insurance policy, let's just say Dr. Drew, he's got himself $1 million worth of life insurance, and all of a sudden he gets the AIDS. And he knows, and this is 5-10 years ago, he knows that his life expectancy is a couple of years, right? Now, his family's disowned him because he's gay. They don't want anything to do with him. He doesn't want anything to do with them. He wants some of that money. He wants to travel. He wants to see the world before he dies. All right. Now, enter the retired couple from Arizona, old Jewish couple from Arizona. They say, we'll buy that $1 million life insurance policy off of you, Drew. We'll give you $350,000.
See?
Drew says, fine, I'll take that. When you die, we get the $1 million. Meanwhile, you got some money to spend while your last couple of years. Go tour, take a cruise around the world.
Nikki's thinking very hard about this, actually. So.
All right.
I'm in it.
But let me explain what happens. Drew takes that money, and just then they're having all these breakthroughs, new drugs, cocktails. He uses that money, buys AZT. He gets the triple cocktail. He gets all of a sudden the T cell count goes through the roof, and he's feeling better than ever. Now, I'm out $350,000. That was our nest egg. I mean, that was the old Jewish couple's nest egg in Arizona. They give it all to Drew. Drew's healthy as a horse. He's not going anywhere.
They have to get rid of him.
So they have to kill him.
Yes.
No.
Well,
we want our money back.
Oh.
You say, screw you. A deal's a deal.
Yeah.
But things have changed now.
Too bad.
We go to court.
Uh-oh.
Okay. The judge says, give him the money back. You say, I don't have the money, but no one believes you. We think you have it stashed somewhere.
Okay.
Judge has no recourse but to order you to work it off. Hence, AIDS butler.
Oh, my God.
You become this family's butler.
Oh, my God.
Okay, now you move to Arizona with the family. We swear you got the money somewhere. Every time you leave to go to the market, we're thrashing through your suitcase, looking through your stuff for the money. Meanwhile, grandkids have come to town for the summer, and you're teaching them like the Macarena, and they're saying fabulous. You're essentially teaching them how to make smart cocktails. And
But
you're turning
the
them gay.
implicit understanding is I'm actually having sex with them.
No.
No?
It's a sitcom version of the gay
okay,
lifestyle.
okay.
There's no actual intercourse going on.
Okay.
The point is I got this stuffy old Jewish couple. They want their money back. You're mad at them. They're mad at you. You're fabulous, and the grandkids are turning gay, just hanging
Perfect.
out. All set in the backdrop of late 1980s Tucson, Arizona.
Perfect.
Perfect. AIDS
Perfect,
butler.
except there's no part for me.
Oh, no. Oh, yes.
Who do I play? I'm the maid.
You are the foxy neighbor in
Neighbor.
the condo.
The neighbor.
Right. The girl next door.
Ooh, better.
Mrs. Roper.
No, better. Here it is. You ready?
No.
It's a retirement village.
Oh.
But
I'm the nurse.
you are the granddaughter, the foxy granddaughter of the infirmed
Neighbor.
Mrs. Schneider, who lives across the street, and you're always sunbathing in the backyard and
The
stuff.
butler's dropping things and tripping over things.
The running joke is the AIDS butler always walks into Nikki when she's in some state of undress, but doesn't care. You see,
He's gay.
He's gay.
You're right,
He
he's
doesn't
gay.
care.
That's right, you're right.
Everyone else is going nuts. Like, oh, yeah, I went over there to borrow a cup of sugar, and she was nude sunbathing. I told her to put something on. It's driving everyone crazy.
Perfect.
Foxy granddaughter, retirement village, AIDS butler. Yes?
I think you got a hit.
That's good?
Yeah, you better
Yeah.
copyright that.
She's tired of me already.
Register with the Directors Guild. Here we go.
Nikki is, by the way, something I always liked about her, too. She was a Miss Makita for a while, too. Were you Miss
That's true.
Makita?
Miss Makita for 2 years.
2 years. So good. That's right. I remember. Because 2 years, that's like a president serving a third term. It doesn't happen.
Wow.
I mean, the rules are, there had to be an amendment to the Constitution.
Sure.
You wanted to do 2 years as Miss Makita. You must have been good.
Well, I hate to brag, but yeah, I was darn good at signing those posters.
Man, you must have known so much about
I only spelled my
tools.
name wrong a few times.
She had a favorite tool, as I recall.
Yeah, Rotohammer? Iron Ziering?
I don't.
Favorite
My
tool?
favorite tool?
Yeah.
Biscuit
I
dryer.
love them all.
You know, it would have been funny if she just went like,
But-
I don't know, powder actuated pin driver? Worm drive, D-handle, whole hog? Drew, would you just fall over?
Yes.
But I didn't. Darn it, I missed that one.
It just would have been awesome, right? Like, she's like, I like the worm drive D-handle whole hog, but the brushes go bad and the armatures burn out. But if you take care of them, you're like, and make sure and get the one with the 220 twist lock adapter. That's a lot better. Your head would explode like scanners, right? Yeah. Now, were you West Coast? Because, see, I used to be into this. Like, they had the East Coast Miss Makita
would they
and the
fight it
West
out?
Coast. They would... East Coast usually was a dark-haired girl, and the West Coast was usually blonde-haired. They used to have just one Miss Makita,
Would they
and then
murder
they
each other or anything?
started spreading them out. Yeah. Did they have two?
Killers in Vegas?
I was the only one.
Only one?
In my.
She unified. She had the one
Wow.
belt.
Wow,
Because I
that's
flew to the
awesome.
East Coast many times.
You did?
Yes.
Must have been
Yeah.
awesome, heading over to the tool shack in Poughkeepsie.
Where are you from originally?
From Orange County.
Oh, no?
Dental hygienist.
I grew up
That's
in
right.
Brea.
Dental hygienist is a foxy job. I don't get any of the foxy ones, but it's
That's
a foxy
a word.
job.
In the years I've known, you've never used that word, and all of a sudden you've decided you're in love with that word.
Foxy or
Yes.
job?
Foxy.
Job.
It's
Job.
job.
Well, here's the thing. There's certain jobs where the chicks are going to be hotter than others. Like if you're getting set up with someone and it's like, yeah, she's young, she's blonde, she's a dental hygienist, you'd be like, oh, right,
Right.
As opposed to she does security at LAX or you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Were you actually a dental hygienist?
Well, I was studying to be a hygienist. I was working as a dental assistant.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So I didn't finish my.
Is that the one? Is the one where they like you're writing stuff down when the dentist? They do that thing, Drew. You ever get your gums measured?
Oh yeah.
They put that stick in there and they're like
periodontal.
4.2,
Yeah, I got-
4.3,
my gums are
4.4,
good. My gums are
4.3,
good.
4.4,
You got-
4.4.
you got
They
the
never
gum.
measure them though.
When you got gum disease, they measure.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam got
Did you
gum
have
disease.
did you have some fours? That's bad.
Yeah, it was once in a while. Well, you know,
Adam's like a museum of dental problems.
You get on a bad run. It's like two. Yeah, I don't know. I think they number the teeth. Like they're like 2-7, 2-8, 2-8, 4-9, 4-10, 4. You start getting on this horrible roll, like you're just playing blackjack, and you just keep getting 13s. Like no, wait,
seven.
Yeah. I just want to stop. Oh, let's stop and get my chips and take a walk around and play some nickel slots for a while.
Cash in. This table's cold.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you're right. You ever do any scraping?
Well, that's what the hygienist does. Is they basically scrape plaque off the teeth.
Was that what you
did? Sounds like a glamorous job. No, I didn't do that yet. I was studying to do that. That was what I wanted to do.
Drew, you wouldn't want a foxy chick looking in your mouth, would you? You feel a little.
That'd be okay.
You would?
Well, you got all that stuff going on in your mouth.
You
got
kind of intimate, huh?
Yeah, but he's got you got some stuff.
I got some 4s in there.
Yeah.
No, but
you still have a peg in there, don't you? Are you still missing it too?
I do have a peg. Yeah. I don't post.
When are you going to get that fixed?
I don't know.
It's like 3 years ago.
2.5.
Oh.
Here's the thing, Drew. Seriously, though, would you really want someone really down in there?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Doesn't bother you? Like you think, well, maybe I got some bad breath or I got some plaque on my tongue or something. No? Or they're right up on you. You got stuff shine. Like, what if you got a zit or something? You know what I mean?
Maybe it's that when you do clinical work, you realize that people's brain is sort of just...
Doesn't bother.
Right? Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean...
No, you judge.
I enjoyed it. I used to love to take x-rays.
Oh, yeah?
That was my
They
favorite.
put that cardboard refrigerator box in your mouth.
I used to just gag people.
They clamp it down.
Okay, right there. Yeah, right there. And then the person runs. I like when they dive out of the room. They do a shoulder roll out of the room. And then they come back. No, it's good. It's good. I'm behind. I'm in the lead bunker over here. And I did the shoulder roll. Yeah. Fantastic. All right.
Hey, I'm looking again tonight. One of my last please appeals to you all, LoveLine listeners, to help me out with this Discovery Health show I'm working on.
Is this really one of your last?
Well, I'll be gone for a week.
Oh.
Hey, maybe amongst the last, because the show's going to film pretty soon. We need a couple that has stopped having sex because they had a baby within the last year. So couples that have had a drop in their sex drive or some change in their physical relationship because of baby. And women, this is an interesting one. This is something Suzanne... Wait, listen. Suzanne Summers claims that she can prove this is, in fact, something's happened to her. Women who've have gotten pregnant without penetrative sex.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. That apparently happens.
That just means you swallow?
That's a strong swimmer.
You're a strong swimmer. The moment you swallow, I mean, you sort of get splashed and don't clean.
Ew.
No, it does not.
And my point, I don't believe that it happens. So if somebody has had this happen to them, I want to know about
Suzanne
it.
Summers
She
claims this
happened to
happened?
her. She claims it went through pants.
Wow.
Through pants?
That's
yes.
like a really strong swimmer.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody's got to prove that one to me.
Wow.
That's more than swimming. That's burrowing.
That little kid's going to grow up to be like
Alan
an
Hamill's
intense
a stud.
athlete.
Yeah. What do you...
I've actually heard of that on soap operas.
True. Yeah, well, then it must be true.
Yeah.
Then it must be true. I really would like to talk.
Pants? Hers or his?
Well, who knows? You know, it depends. I don't know. I haven't heard her talk about it. She declined to talk about it, to go under my scrutiny, by the way.
She did?
Yeah, but I'm looking for other people who say they've had that.
Scrutiny means scrotum?
No, it means careful examination.
Of the scrotum?
No.
I don't go. Let's take some calls. I don't know what you're talking about.
Scrotoliosis?
Scrotoliosis? Amanda?
Yeah?
You're 16? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
All right. What's up?
When I was younger, like 8 maybe, I slept in the room next to my mom, and at night I would hear her having sex with, like, whoever, like her boyfriend at the time.
Oh, good times.
Mm-hmm.
And you got that...
Wait, what?
You got that little girl voice, too, as though something happened to you in addition to that.
No, nothing.
Well, having a mom that think that sort of thing is okay already suggests that you might have been exposed.
Well, I mean,
whatever,
single mom. Maybe she was a young single mom.
That's a bad boundary violation.
Well, she didn't. I don't think she knew. She thought the kid was asleep. Didn't know it gets piped. Kid's on the top of the upper bunk, and it's coming right in through the heat vent.
Amanda, do you think your mom, if she thought for 1 second, would have been aware that you were hearing what was going on?
I don't think so.
So she couldn't have known.
No.
Well,
would have been impossible.
Yeah.
She's got some trucker banging the bejesus out of her 4.5 inches worth of drywall away from her young daughter. Impossible.
It's not what you call healthy.
Well,
but if your mom...
wait a second, Drew. here. Okay, let me explain. You're a man of passion, but you're also a man of means. You have a large home.
I understand.
You live in a small apartment. You're a young single mom.
People
You're
would argue-
dating. What are you going to do? You think the daughter? You put the daughter to sleep. You think she's asleep, and then you get into it.
Listen, you didn't let me finish what I was saying. What I was saying, it's not healthy for her, but it doesn't necessarily mean that mom was neglectful or abusive. If it was a situation where mom could reasonably have expected that daughter would have heard it, well, it's just one of those things. An unfortunate thing you're exposed to.
That's not the direction you were going. You were judging. You're judging mom.
Don't judge.
It's impossible to judge.
Impossible to judge anybody.
Amanda?
Yeah.
Okay, so how many boyfriends did your mom have?
I don't know.
How
A
old were you?
lot.
Like
A lot.
more than 10?
No, not that many.
All right. How old were you when this all started?
Probably like 7 or 8.
What did you think was going on?
What?
What did you think when you first heard this?
I didn't know. Like, I was always like really scared. I didn't know what was happening.
It's freaky, but it shouldn't short circuit you. I mean,
Yeah.
your wiring should all be okay. It's a little weird.
I was just
Thank
like,
God my
wondering-
parents had the dignity never to get laid.
If, on the other hand, that mom was sort of not paying attention to appropriate boundaries, and is that kind of person, then you might have been exposed to all kinds of things.
Well,
Yeah.
anything happened to you?
No.
All right.
None of these guys got drunk and stumbled into the wrong room or anything?
No.
Adam, anybody's get drunk and stumble into the wrong room with you?
No.
I think Adam got drunk and stumbled into the wrong room.
Just got high right there and stumbled into a question. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Amanda had quite a little
nothing?
beat there before she denied it.
Nothing ever happened to you?
No.
When did you lose your virginity?
When I was 15.
All right. How old was the guy?
17.
17.
All right.
I want to ride the pony, Daddy.
See.
Yeah, that was a 19-year-old, by the way,
I know.
wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, Amanda.
Yeah.
Are you going to high school?
Yeah.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah.
All right. Stay focused.
What do you
on
want to
that.
be when you grow up? Veterinarian? Makita girl?
No.
What?
No. I don't know.
You don't know?
Pirate.
All right, that's something with animals.
No.
Okay, good. I don't know when that something with animals seems to come on about 6 or 7 with girls and seems to fade out about 12 or 13. You know what it is? Girls give up animals and pick up penis at a certain point. There's that transition. It's like it's all about ponies and dogs and rabbits, and then it just becomes about football, jocks and guys like that. Yeah, they give up animals when they get into guys.
Yes.
Unless they're lesbians, then they stay with the animals. Yes. Oh, yes.
Interesting.
Oh, huge lesbian. Stop me if I'm wrong.
But a lot of guys
engineer
are
Michelle.
animals anyway, so.
Well, but it's interesting.
No, they love-
the unicorn stays a unicorn.
Well, I'm just saying, go to a lot of pet grooming places.
Is that true, Michelle?
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
You know what's nice about being a lesbian or black or gay or whatever? You get to speak for hundreds of millions of people.
I
It's
speak
great.
for all.
What about that in the black community? Oh, yes. Yes, like what? Like, who do you speak for, Drew? You don't speak for anybody.
Nobody.
Yeah. Michelle's like, she's
Barely speak for myself.
She's a king of all lesbians. She's the spokesperson. Yeah. When the lesbians have a press conference, oh, yeah, that's engineer Michelle.
Hey, we had a call up there for a second that somebody said that I said that most women don't have orgasm. Again, people distorting what we say. I said most women do not have orgasm with intercourse ever, and most women by the age of 20 have had trouble having intercourse.
You said
any
ever
orgasm.
then.
Yeah, that most women don't have orgasm with intercourse.
Right.
That is a fact. Not don't have an orgasm, just
Right.
don't with intercourse.
Right. All right, let's break this down.
All right.
Let's break it down.
All right, break it down.
Nikki,
Break it
help
down.
us. Help us here, would you please?
Yes.
Women. Now, should we pick an age range? Let's pick
Because
an
it's
age range.
different. I mean,
let's just go.
we don't pick an age when they're online.
Let's just
like
go
25, 27.
20 to 40.
All right.
20, age 20 to age 40.
And let's just make a little footnote that under 20, a lot of women sort of aren't. That system isn't operational yet.
All right.
It
yeah,
may
let's
become operational, even though it's not under 20.
20 to 40 is a nice 20 years going to cover. If it ain't happening by then,
Ain't happening.
it ain't happening. You guys write it down. Don't show me what you got, Nikki. Right on the back of your bio there. Let's get a pen. We need another pen. To
He's like,
engineer
what
Michelle.
am I writing now? What am
All
I
right,
getting
you
into?
got
What
a
are you
pen?
in here?
She carries a pen in her purse. That's nice. But if it's a Sharpie, it's conceited because it means she signs autographs with it.
Look at this.
What is
Perfect.
it? Oh, it's a nice. All right, Drew. Use that.
I'm gonna do this
Use
thing.
that. You said highlight. All right, now don't show anybody.
All right, what are we doing?
All right, number one. What percent, and Drew, nothing out loud. Let's just write it down. Nikki, you know. Women between the age of 20 and 40, what percentage of them have experienced an orgasm through intercourse? Vaginal orgasm, whatever you want to call it, but just through penetration.
Have ever had
ever. Even if it's just one time. What percentage, Drew? Hide your answer.
I can't read it anyway.
Okay, good.
There you go.
Good.
What's
All
next?
right. Hold on a second. I gotta think. All right. Now, what percentage of women have had an orgasm through oral sex? And age 20 to 40. Tough. All right. And last but not least, what percentage of women 20 to 40 just have not been able to experience any kind of orgasm in any way, shape, or form, no matter what was done to them? Try that. Yeah. All right.
And then what percent have multiple orgasms?
Oh, what percent have multiple orgasms? I mean, through intercourse.
Through what? Yeah.
Through whatever. Just multi-orgasmic. Crazy multi-orgasmic. All right. I'm going to...
turn over the cards.
I'm going to turn over all the cards here. All right. Number one. What was the first question?
What percent have ever had an orgasm with penetrative sex?
With penetrate. That's 20 to 40.
Yes.
At one time.
Yeah.
30%.
Well, I put it around 60.
60?
Yeah. Have ever.
Oh, I'm just going off experience.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Because, but here's my thinking. Because when women don't have it that way, they pretty much just don't have it that way. And
I would put that around 40 then.
They can have sex a million times if they just don't have it that way. They just don't have it that way.
Right.
If they enjoy it,
What
they
did
do
Nikki
it.
say?
What did Nikki
50?
say?
Well, I first put 50%, and then I crossed out and put 20%.
Nice. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
We could hang. You would never be disappointed.
She make you feel good, doesn't she?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, next question.
She doesn't make me feel like more of a man, but she makes me feel like less of a chick.
Okay,
There's a difference. There's a difference, Drew.
I think I kind of.
Do you hear the difference?
I do.
Okay, Drew, what are you doing with 60%?
I think I kind of misinterpreted the question. I really did.
Well, come on there, buddy. You want to think about it?
Yeah, 40%.
All right, so we got 20, 30, and 40.
Yeah.
That makes me right, by the way.
Okay.
What was the next one? Oh, percentage who have experienced an orgasm through oral sex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got 75%.
92%.
Yeah, probably right.
Nikki?
It's probably
I got
high.
98.
98%.
Or more, or higher.
She's showing her cards here a little bit. So.
All right. Get my little checklist put together. Exactly how this next commercial break's going to go. It's just one over to focus. That's all. You got to know. You got to know your audience. You got to know your demographic.
Yeah. Next.
All right. Yeah. 75 is a little low, but here's the thing. Here's why I put 75%. There are a percentage of women who have it through oral, through
Intercourse.
they're orgasmic.
Yes.
They can't have it through
That's
oral.
like less than 10%, though.
Okay, that's
Yeah, imagine
okay.
that. But-
That's
I
less.
know. We understand.
We got you.
We got you.
We
We
got
got
you.
you figured out.
We got you.
Sorry, relax, honey.
Wish I shaved. Okay. Wait, the point is, okay, here's my point, Drew. Yes, it's a small percentage, 10%, whatever,
Yeah.
8%, to do it that way. But then there's the 5-10%
That never-
just weirded out.
Weird out by, yeah.
Weird out.
They can't- too intimate.
Daddy did something weird.
Too intimate,
Just
blah, blah,
freaked
blah.
out.
Yeah.
I'm self-conscious about
Right.
myself.
Or religious or something.
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you tack that on to just physically doesn't work.
It could be 85% or so. It could be.
I think I can put together a group of 20% that wouldn't do it. All right.
I'm not
that's just
arguing
me.
too strong.
All
All
right.
right, next.
Now, this is the, what's the next one? Never had one, any way, shape, or form.
Yes.
No orgasm.
Yes.
Anyway, I got 7.5.
I put 2%.
2%.
I put 2%.
See.
Wow. Were you copying?
No, I swear.
I put it a little higher. I don't know. Maybe you're right. I mean, definitely less than 10%.
Yes, that's it. All right,
They're just screwed up.
and how about the last
broken
one?
women out
The
there.
multi.
I just put it 7.5 again.
5%.
5? What do you got,
Uh-oh.
Nikki?
I mean, I put 50%, but I think that, between...
Wait, whoa.
No, am I way off?
But-
Well, I think that between
There's one-
20 and 40, I think it's more like
Sidebar.
after 30.
Sidebar.
After
Hold on.
30 is
Yeah.
when it happens.
After
I
30 is when the
think.
multiple
From
stuff
what
kicks
most,
in.
yeah, I think from...
Yeah, hold on.
Misinterpreting what multi is.
Yeah, what's your definition of
what-
multi?
But some women have like 30 orgasms in a very short period of time, like a few minutes.
Right.
Like one right after the other. Pow, 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 pow,
Right.
pow, pow, pow.
Yeah, that's...
You-
I know
you
that's...
convert-
Huh?
You could.
That's you?
Huh?
That's us?
What? No, that's what that. I know. That was the question. Yeah.
Right.
I know.
You know? All right.
Most of
but
those
50% is a large percentage of women to have
that.
that skill. That's like saying 50% of women can spin plates or juggle or
I
limbo or
I
something.
thought like more. It would be a higher percentage of women after 30 who could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's probably a lot of women who before 30 wouldn't be able to, but then can after 30.
I think we're mincing semantics here, but I think that's the woman that can have one and then have another and maybe another, as opposed to the machine gun. Pow, 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 pow.
Yeah, we're talking, let it rip. Cards, playing cards and spokes of a bike.
Semi-automatic versus automatic.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'd really like to see that number come
our
down.
experience has been that women that are automatic weapons like that don't like oral sex at all. They just sort of doesn't feel right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I did. I wasn't.
Yeah.
Like bam, 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 like that fast.
Yes,
I mean,
literally.
Well,
Ding, ding, ding.
all right, but
oh wow.
But
Yeah.
be fair, Drew. It doesn't have to be like. I mean, just the idea. You have intercourse with somebody, and the orgasms just sort of keep coming.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
But without refractory.
Percentage of those women, I'd say
Oh,
under
right, yeah,
10%.
okay, so,
Yeah.
So I didn't. Okay.
All right.
She
No,
doesn't-
you're
she-
right.
but-
You're just, a little wishful thinking. That's all. you say the vagina's
I mean, yeah.
half full. I say the vagina's half empty. That's me. I'm a pessimist.
Wouldn't
Yes,
it be
sir?
nice if everybody could?
Yeah.
I guess
Really?
it's exhausting though. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. No, sure it is. Sure. Taxing. Sure. Well, you lose that kind of chi. Could only imagine what that must be like. Yeah.
Don't stop.
All right,
imagining.
all
Stop
right.
imagining.
Nikki Ziering is here tonight. Got a little movie called The Gold Diggers coming out on DVD 29th. That's this coming Tuesday. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this.
Hello, this is your radio. LoveLine will be right back.
Hey, everybody. LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191er. Nikki Ziering in studio tonight.
Hello.
Gold Diggers. National Lampoon's Gold Diggers DVD out on the 29th, which is next Tuesday. Now, the DVD is uncut. Nudity in this?
Apparently so. Yeah.
Is that a problem? Are you uptight?
No, I guess I have a problem keeping my clothes on.
Yeah. Well, most people that look good naked feel okay getting naked. It's like guys who look good with their shirts off. They're at the ball game. It's 62 degrees. Pow, thing goes flying right off. I just like the people. I like the people who get nude at the beach and they talk about how liberating it is. Oh man, so confining those trunks. Feel free. Feel free. Yeah. Yeah, like I drive my car nude just for the freedom sometimes.
Is that keto freedom?
Yeah, you put on a pair of those running shorts, you can't move.
No.
Impossible.
Can't
You
breathe.
even sit
Can't
up.
breathe.
Can't breathe. You go out in the ocean, you'll drown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't move.
Yeah. You feel free. So what
I will never drown.
I'm going to go out and watch this. I'm going to watch this when I get home now. Now I'm excited. Is there, what are you doing?
There's even nude bloopers, I believe.
Nude bloopers?
Yes.
I love that.
I haven't checked it out yet, but yeah, my nude bloopers.
I like comedy and I like nudity.
Naked comedy.
And you like bloopers?
I like bloopers.
Yeah.
Well, that's my thing. I rented porn bloopers once.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Oh, my
Bad.
God.
And then when I was returning it, chick I went to high school with was behind the counter. Humiliating.
What'd she say?
Oh, well, here's a really humiliating part. I paid for it in change. It's like 1984. I didn't have any money. It was like $1.25. I scraped it out of the ashtray in my truck. So it's the Adam from high school is returning porn bloopers and paying for it with nickels. Very pathetic.
You share something in common with this film that Nikki's in, which is the reviewers seem to use the same kind of language describing this film as say,
Foxy?
the Man Show.
Oh, really?
Tasteless, offensive, lowbrow. It's good. Raunchy, offensive. Ultra crass. This is really your stuff.
Perfect.
Good stuff.
Yeah. You're talking to a guy who's minus 7.5 stars.
For the Man Show.
Yeah. What, I think it's the New York Post. Yeah. I got minus 4 stars for one show and minus 3.5 for another. I
The
argue
critics
that-
agreed for you.
I just argue you can't go lower than -0. You just can't. You can't get past 0. You know what I mean? I owe stars. You understand
You got
that?
to come up with a 10-star show to get back to 2.
Right. Yeah. No, it'd be 2.5.
2.5.
10 stars.
I will never forget when you were doing that campaign of the critics agree, and,
Yeah.
and the people that were doing the campaign couldn't understand the campaign.
Oh, you mean because the critics
actually-
were all over the place?
No, because they kept putting the ones that agreed up.
Oh yeah.
It's
Right.
like-
Right. Yeah. TV people are stupid. You know. Yeah. You ready to go?
There we go.
All right. Let's go. Let's talk to Shannon. 26.
Hello? Hello?
What's happening?
Hey, you guys always talk about this orgasm issue with women, but you never give any advice on how to actually have one without penetration. Is there any tips you can give me? Because, nothing seems to work. And I can have one great during masturbation, but not any other way, really.
Not oral sex.
Did you say without penetration?
Yeah, well, no, with penetration. Actually, I've had a couple during oral sex, and I've had like 1 million during masturbation, but never actually during, intercourse.
Our point really basically is that's probably not going to happen to you.
Oh, well, not with that attitude.
Well, no, but that's our point.
I'm actually a very sexual person, and I'm willing to, be adventurous and experiment, and I've had great sexual relationships.
All right. Quiet down.
Then
Let's try to
wouldn't
figure this
it have
through.
already?
But
wouldn't it have already happened if we're going to happen?
No, Papa.
Oh, you're right. He should come.
Yeah.
He should visit this discussion.
Chief Iron Chief
Thunder Bear.
What's
Some
my
advice,
character's name?
right?
Chief Thunder Bear might make an appearance at some point.
They have actually toys that you can wear during during intercourse that can help.
Oh,
Really?
really?
Yeah.
What
Which
are those
one?
like? Yeah.
I don't know
Tell me
what
more.
it's called. I don't know what it's called, but it's like like you strap it on around your. It's like a thing that so you don't have to hold it.
She doesn't know what it's called because she wore the name off it.
Put it on like you-
I ripped the box open and I threw it away before I
That
looked
thing's
at what
just
it was
worn.
called.
It's just worn down. It's like when they scratch the serial numbers off an engine
But
block.
I think they call it like the butterfly or something.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Okay, Drew, let's not be so negative about the
Please,
orgasm.
thank you.
Let's see what we can do. Because here's the thing, and here's why we come at it this way. If you want sort of crappy orgasmic tips, you can turn on any crappy TV show or open any crappy
Right.
woman's magazine.
Right.
You'll get a bunch of bogus crappy tips that
Right.
don't amount to a hill of beans and don't work, and you'll get frustrated. And then you'll think something's wrong with you because
Right.
they have 50 ways to a guaranteed orgasm, and none of them
and that
work
was
for
our
you.
point: is that you should feel normal that you're this way. It's nothing. You're nothing flawed. It's just
But
how
it
you're
doesn't seem
configured.
fair, though. It doesn't seem fair.
I know, but here's our thing. We're trying to offer an opposing opinion to
Right.
those crappy things that, blame you or say something's wrong with you for not having it. But that being said, let's get positive for a second
let me
and see
ask
if we
you.
can attempt
I
to do
have
it.
a very serious question that I would ask of women, and I think it's an interesting question, which is: do you think it's possible that certain guys could deliver for you?
Ooh.
You
And
know,
I'm
I've
not
had
even-
some of the
I don't like
best
where this is
sex
heading.
ever,
Hang on.
and
I'm sorry, Adam. And I'm not even saying a guy that has a certain duration, a certain size. Is there a something factor that a guy could have that would make this thing happen to you?
I've tried almost everything, and I've had really, really good sex. And you know what I think my problem might be is that I've mastered.
What is it? What is that sort of cornerstone of stupid which doesn't allow you to answer
Yeah.
very direct questions?
I know.
I've tried a lot of stuff. Can you just answer?
Nikki, what about that question?
You're asking me the question?
Yeah.
If
She wasn't listening to you.
I know. Nobody seems to listen.
no, I was listening, but I don't.
Could it
You
be the guy?
You know,
Absolutely.
But I don't mean the guy's size or duration or anything. It's just some factor,
guy.
some
And this
animal,
guy-
something.
Oh, you mean like just how you're drawn to him, not what he's doing, not if he's
Right.
trying harder to like
Right,
do extra
Right,
things.
just some
He's
X
powerful.
factor.
I think so. Yeah,
He's
there's
got
like
it.
a sexual
An it
energy
factor.
that you can have. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
All right. So the
So,
question.
and my next question would be, now I'm thinking like a guy for a second. If that's true, why don't women just go for that guy?
Because those are always the ones that are bad news.
Yeah,
It's always the ones that
that's right.
that can do that for you, and then they're like the worst one you should be with, probably.
Yeah, I don't want to marry that guy.
you know.
All right, let me get back to pain in the ass, Shannon.
I'm
Shannon.
sorry. I don't even want to be a pain in the ass. I'm sorry.
All right, but do you think that a guy, I mean, who's your ideal guy? You turn on the television, you watch a movie, read a book.
My ideal guy would be like a 41-year-old lawyer, someone like really.
No, I want names. I want like who sort of flips your cookie, like Johnny Depp.
Like
No, maybe more like Richard Gere or something, like something older.
Richard Gere. All right. Now,
Michael Douglas or, you know.
Ooh. If Richard Gere came over to your house and mounted up, do you think that would induce an orgasm?
You know,
I mean, let's just say he was as good as the next guy, but he came and had sex with you.
I think one of the big problems is that, like, I have to concentrate really hard.
Shannon, you're not answering the question. You're not answering his question.
It's really hard to have sex with somebody and really concentrate because you're thinking about, like, how he feels and what you want to do to him and, like, how you're pleasing him. And I can't exactly just focus on one, like, fantasy that turns me on that can cause...
Why don't you go ahead and do that?
How about answering the goddamn question? So it'd be no?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
All right. Thank you.
And how about turning around some of that behavior, too? If you know that's what you're doing, how about focusing on yourself a bit? And by the way, if you want to know what would make a guy happy, that'd probably make him happy.
What?
Her being able to sort of be
answering a question,
aroused, that would make him happy, too.
Yeah, I kind of gave the whole 10-minute speech just before she
I know, I feel with every GD call.
Well, people don't listen to you. Shut.
Yeah.
All right, Shannon, look, here's the thing. You called to sort of complain that we don't tell people what to do to have an orgasm, and then you just sort of argued with us about why it's impossible to have an orgasm.
Right, what you're not willing to do.
All right, that's all right. Here's about the best you can do. And, Nikki, please jump in, correct or steer. One is you can get on top and get the rub sort of thing in, get that clitoral stimulation.
I don't think that, I think that's a little overrated.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying you're right. Okay.
No, here's what I'm saying. You've fallen out of an airplane, you're probably going to die. You have no parachute. I'm going to give you some tips.
Okay,
aim for a body of water.
All right.
You're going to say you're still going to die. Yeah. I'm saying it's better than hitting the tarmac.
All right, fair enough.
You see what
I
I'm
think a better advice was to forget about your performance and work on letting yourself be pleased, because that is actually very much a turn on, I think, for the guy. Yeah,
absolutely.
They love that.
But it's hard to tell women to get out of their head. I'm just going to look for physical things they can do.
Back to the lake.
They can get on. They can get on top, and they can do the rubby thing and try to get themselves some just direct stimulation. It's like they're humping the arm of the sofa.
Right.
That's fine. That's number one. Possible. A lot of women who have vaginal orgasms do it that way, by the way. So, they can't be wrong. The other thing is go get that helper. Go get that butterfly. Go get that vibrator.
Or the scorpion or something.
The scorpion. Yep. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of different kinds. Go to the pleasure chest.
Yeah. You feel the sting from that scorpion. Well, you see the big cardboard cutout of Nikki. That's the headquarters. That's where you go. That's where you go. Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Go ahead and put it on my account.
Yeah, she's got a tab running over there. So you can try to use the techniques you use when you're masturbating and see if you can do it while the guy is in there.
Right. She said she's had millions of orgasms.
Millions. Just go ahead and try that. But someone like Shannon, and this
way
is
up in her head, though.
Way up in her head. Yeah. She's anxious and up in her head. And here's the thing with women. This is why women are different than guys. She has millions doing one thing with the masturbation. Enter the penis, can't do one.
Yeah.
That wouldn't work for a guy. Guy would be able to do 1,000,001 that way.
Enter the penis.
Enter the penis. One of the greatest martial arts films ever shown in a theater. Enter the penis. Awesome.
Enter the penis. I'm looking for couples that have a drop in their sex life because of having had a baby, and I'm also looking for women, as we discussed earlier, who've gotten pregnant without penetrative sex. I don't believe that can happen. So
how can a woman not have an orgasm if she has a vibrator going on her while a guy's inside of her going at it? Unthinkable. That's vindictive.
Where the male's brain just goes, just can't get his head around it.
Yeah.
Just like,
yeah.
How could she not have multi?
Yeah.
With that.
That's where that.
Something's
see,
up.
that's how she was graduating.
Butterfly.
That's how she did that.
Yeah. Scorpion.
Multi
scorpion. Butterfly.
Or the dragon or something.
Yeah, whole menagerie in her underpants. It's a menagerie, Drew. We're going to take a break. Nikki Ziering is here. Drew, let's head to the cooler.
Insects and fantasy.
Let's go to the cooler and talk.
All right, here we go.
Talk about that petting zoo Nikki has in her underpants. Gold Diggers, name of the movie, coming out on DVD on the 29th. That's this Tuesday. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this.
LoveLine. LoveLine will be right back. So get your problems ready. Ready.
LoveLine is brought to you by Advance Auto Parts. We're ready in advance.
Hey, everybody. It's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Nikki Ziering from Gold Diggers coming out on DVD on the 29th of this month. By the way, this Tuesday is here, although in the bathroom. God knows what's going on in there.
Oh no, the butterfly got her.
I think I whipped her up a little bit. Yes? Drew?
Yeah, it was you. Yep.
I'm not saying she looked at me and went through her panties, but I shop vac. I am going to say that
You led a discussion.
I was the keynote speaker in a masturbatory address.
And now it's being sort of.
It's not about who throws the switch. It's about the switch being thrown. Mm-hmm. And I think it was thrown on Nikki. She's in the bathroom, probably thinking about one of us right now, or both possibly. Ooh, maybe it's just both of us though. She's not involved at all. Drew just taking a pounding. Are you kidding? I'll kill her if that's what she was thinking. That's BS, Drew.
You're going to have to talk to this young lady.
I'm not going for that.
My goodness gracious.
I don't like
we
that.
must speak with her.
How dare I? You know what? I feel violated. Nikki, what's going on? Were you in the bathroom?
Yeah, and I got my zipper stuck.
Nice.
That's a euphemism for something.
And I didn't want to walk in here with my pants undone, or I thought
Got caught
you
on
guys
the
would just really go nuts.
got caught on the stinger of the scorpion. Well, try it and see what happens next time. Drew, you may have awoken him from the dead, by the way. Drew's a man of passion, I can tell you that. And he loves a beautiful blonde. That's his thing. That's his wheelhouse. That's right.
Well, I love a man of passion.
Yeah, that's true. Oozing, dripping. Like
Well, ask her about the
sebum.
fantasy she must have been having. Was it?
You're in the bathroom. Obviously, you were thinking about the both of us.
He had a
My
question
question
about
is, were you involved, or is it just the two of us going at each other? Because that's weird.
Of course.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Mm-hmm. All right.
Of course, I'm always involved.
What's going on? Are you married? Are you engaged? You have a boyfriend? You looking? What's up?
I'm just kind of not really. No, I'm not.
That's
really
dating a
really.
producer. That means dating a producer. When you get that evasive, I'm out there. That's a producer. Because hot chicks, are we to believe that smoking hot chicks are just go through long spells where they're not dating anyone? No, that doesn't happen. So when they tell you,
It does happen.
no, don't tell me. Believe me, I know what it's like to be a hot chick. I don't need some hot chick telling me what it's like to be a hot chick. I am a hot chick.
and what it's
Well,
like to have
what's it
a
like?
drought. You know about drought.
Is there? What's the longest? Have you? I'm not talking about without sex or something, but just not dating. No boyfriend. Nothing going on.
The longest I've ever gone.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
She had the
would
measles
prob-
in the 3rd grade. That was it.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Because, there's like...
Yeah. See,
So
you've answered our question. You got nothing. You could maybe cobble together like 9 days if you had to, and that's
No,
when
but maybe you're not in a relationship, but then you end up with your ex-boyfriend or something.
Something's
so
going on.
breaks it, so it's not really as long as you think.
Right. Little. It's celibatus interruptus.
Right.
Is what
Right.
they call that.
Right.
Yeah, you never go too long. And you're a
Yeah.
passionate woman, yes?
Yes.
Yes. Drew, do you hear that?
I heard it.
All right. Felt it, too. All right, let's keep going. Where are we going? Yeah, took ecstasy?
Anthony. Yeah.
Anthony,
Yeah.
27?
Yes.
What's up?
Well, first, I just want to say my fiance is in that department of sex only.
With the
And
orgasm.
She gets off.
That's great.
And
You don't do oral sex on her?
no, she'd prefer the intercourse
Wow,
every time.
wow.
In fact, I got to beg just to do it the other way. It's like I don't want to perform. Let me just eat you out or something.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
Oh man, is he just smooth?
Silky. Silky smooth.
Deft use of language too.
I'll tell you what, when I close my eyes, I picture Anthony. I picture a silky smoking jacket, ascot, black eye patch.
Oh yes, a patch for sure.
Brandy snifter.
Yeah.
Hair, just wearing a pair of like $400
Armani suit.
No. I'm saying these slippers by the fireplace.
Of course.
Yes. Nobility. Yeah.
Just spinning yarns.
Yeah.
Telling stories by the fireside.
You know what's funny is this sort of unnecessary information, which is my wife, she likes the sex, Yeah. She doesn't like the oral sex. Yeah.
We got that.
I beg her to give her some oral sex. Yeah, we got. I say, let's not, how about go down there and munch a little box? It's like, we 10 minutes ago, we got the part. We know. You can keep going? Are you actually going to start doing it?
And in the process, the foot is just going further down their throat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In any other public domain, at least.
Yeah.
Other than the show.
We got you, buddy. Call him from Salt Lake City.
Part of that percentage rate. Anyhow.
We appreciate that.
All right.
Well done.
All right. So that's your wife. That's good.
Yeah. This is my fiance.
Yeah, you're both Mormon. All right. And the ecstasy question is...
My next question is, I need to know if I'm crazy or not. I'd about 8 months ago took about 2 hits of ecstasy, and I started having microscopic vision.
Yeah, you could see things. You see things you could only see.
I could see things, I would say, about 20 to 30 times closer.
All right, what about it, Drew?
Ecstasy is an hallucinogenic. It can give you all kinds of perceptual distortion. So
impossible.
You're not actually having magical vision.
It's a hell of a Mormon over here, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's really just what Brigham Young had in mind when he settled there. And just doing a lot of drugs, begging his wife to go down on her. Awesome. All right, Nikki Ziering here tonight. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this.
All right, guys, here's the deal. Looking to hook up? Call the Dateline. Sick of wasting time with the wrong person? Call the Dateline. One call's all you need to make. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE.
If you need help,
call LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Nikki Ziering in here tonight, representing. Nikki's got a little movie called Gold Diggers coming out. Nude on the blooper reel as well.
Nude bloopers, naked bloopers.
Yeah, I'm going to be working on that when I get home.
Oh my
tonight.
God.
Absolutely. I hope you take it in the spirit in which it's intended, Nikki.
The spirit?
Well, what I'm saying is some people get grossed out or freaked out about,
others are flattered.
What you might do, what I may do to this video. I'm saying you should be flattered. Why not?
Of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she has to go, of course. Then take a beat.
Drew, what if
keep the nausea under control?
What if you knew somebody, and God knows, and many of the people listening to this show probably pleasure themselves to your voice, and probably some chicks too.
Who doesn't?
No, that's what I'm saying. There's a handful. I'm sure there's a handful of ladies out there who do it as well. Offended, offensive,
delighted,
don't care.
Oh, fantastic!
Doesn't matter, right?
Wonderful. It doesn't matter, yeah.
But if they're super attractive, it's kind of a turn on, and then if you're not attracted to them, it's a little worse, right?
It doesn't really matter.
It'd be better if they're attractive. Thank you. All right, Nikki.
It's like, if you can be a help to people, it's like you're doing a good deed.
Oh, really? You feel like you're providing a service.
Exactly.
It's for Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight you'll do service.
Knock yourself out.
All right.
Oh, he will.
I did once during a particularly spirited hand I got a little Peroni's hand. You know what?
You flip back over the couch.
I'll never use Prel again. I should have stayed. I never go into the shampoo. Boom.
Vaseline. Oh,
right.
Orbital
socket. Yeah. Took me down.
The soap in the eye.
It wasn't the actual punch that did the damage. It was clipping the head on the coffee table on the way down.
And when you flipped over the couch, it was just.
That's right. It was the impact.
Yeah.
It's like a hockey fight. When the guy hit him, it didn't do the damage. The head hit the ice.
Yeah,
that's where the damage, and that's where they found me.
Kind of ruins the moment, I guess.
I have not checked with my people yet, but I don't know if they found any women who got pregnant without penetrative sex. But I'm still looking for that person, or many of those people, if they can convince me that they've had immaculate conception with the magically sort of laser-like sperm. They can find their way through clothing.
You usually find out when you start scratching a little bit. It's like, well, we had intercourse, but he pulled out. So,
or it was. We had intercourse every day, and then one day, and that was the one I could tell. I felt
right. You don't know.
And then also people have had a drop in their sex life after having had a baby.
All right, ready to rock here?
Let's go.
Let's talk to Dan.
Did we finish with Anthony and his microscopic vision? Yes, we did.
Had enough of him. Dan, you're 19.
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing?
Good. Sorry for disturbing you at this late hour.
Oh, gee. I woke up the other morning with a burning spot on my dong. And I was wondering...
Poets only tonight, by the way.
That's right.
Yes. Nobel laureate level prose. It's really wonderful.
Let me tell you something. A lot of people talk about how the educational system is in trouble in this country.
Listen,
tonight is lost it. How Japan and Europe is taking the lead.
They may be ahead in engineering, but when it comes to...
I beg to differ.
When it comes to humanities, look, this is great evidence.
Obviously. It's like these guys are Cyrano de Bergerac. They're from a different time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Anthony, Dan... Oh, eloquent. Go ahead,
So
Dan.
what happened to your dong? Dan? Oh, he hung up. You insulted his sensibility.
How dare you, sir? Hey, he's going to have...
If he had a glove.
Slap us with the white glove. You'll be hearing from my seconds. How dare you?
All right, here's the deal. He had a question about...
Pistols at sunrise.
He had a question about a sore on his penis.
He was full of crap.
Yeah, but here's the deal. But it makes an important point, though, is that it's not something to just wait and see if it goes away, guys. If it goes away, it can still be syphilis and it can go inside and damage your body. If it goes away, it can still be herpes and come back and be difficult to diagnose unless the doctor has a chance to see the lesion. It can still be chancroid and lymphogranuloma venereum and other things that are rather contagious and difficult to treat.
What about any chance of ever eradicating, like smallpox, where they actually eradicated
syphilis
it?
is syphilis, we go through periods where it's like gone. We've declared victory, and then it seems to reemerge. We're in sort of a victory phase right now.
Didn't it happen with something like smallpox that they did eradicate it, but they did keep...
Measles is in good shape right now.
Measles is almost eradicated? But isn't it true that they kept the virus or something like that?
Yes. And that's what people are afraid they're going to use in like biowarfare and stuff.
Yeah. But, all right.
It's not eradicated then?
Well, no, it is, but I just mean, please. I mean, I'd rather them, throw the measles around than fly airplanes in the buildings, yeah?
No? Smallpox?
Smallpox? What's that going to do? Am I cool?
Huge blisters all over your body, and you're very sick. You die. Basically.
All right. But how about jumping out of a burning building? Yeah, but
worse.
Well, what would you do right now if you got smallpox? Death sentence?
No, they're actually
there's something you can do, right?
We can these days. We don't even know, to tell you the truth, because there's been so many. We've not really had smallpox around. The presumption is we could treat it pretty effectively. The concern is that it's so contagious that we would exceed our ability to render that treatment to everybody.
And control it.
Yeah.
And then just the literal millionaires like myself would be able to do
people that have your own trash man, your own policeman.
Yeah.
Then you would get special treatment.
Everyone else with the lesions,
giant
boils, legions
poxes,
with lesions. I'm on my roof with a shotgun. They're trying to scale the wall, trying to keep them off. They're zombies now. They're moving like zombies. They want my medicine. They want my platelets because that's going to cure them. So they want to get my blood.
They want your serum.
Have to keep them off.
The serum.
It's within me. It courses through my veins. And you know who's left in charge of repopulating the planet?
You and Nikki.
Me and Nikki.
That's it.
That's right.
A super race.
You get that scorpion in your underpants. I'm going to be on the roof with the shotgun. Yes? But don't worry. Come sunrise, they all go back. They can't stay in the light. They don't like light. Yeah. You know why?
Safe.
Sensitive eyes.
Oh, really?
When you die, And then you're like the undead. Like when you die and you come back, everything sort of works fine except for your eyes are very sensitive.
Speaking of the undead.
What if the undead take ecstasy? Would they be able to see?
Microscopic
vision, but sensitive still.
Yeah.
This Chavo case thing.
Oh, the Chavo.
Somebody
Yeah,
asked me,
Terry
and I
Chavo,
said,
yeah.
I reminded of the Munchkins. When the coroner has to announce that the witch is truly dead.
Right. And when
this girl is not only really dead, she's really most sincerely brain dead. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, she's more.
How do you know, Drew?
People are more likely to step up out of a coffin after being buried for 30 years,
right,
than to come to life from the state that she is in.
Really?
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
The brain is not there. It doesn't work. It's not existing anymore.
What about these doctors that are saying, no, she can, she has, I don't know, cognitive faculties. She can tell when, and by the way, this kind of stuff, when people do that stuff, they go, oh, yeah, when I walk in the room, you can tell. It registers.
That's nonsense.
That's just like, yeah, that's like, there's like my dog thinks it's a person, kind of. Those people just make stuff up.
They talk to ladybugs and things.
But they do that thing where they go like, you know what? Right before the earthquake, my dog was acting very weird. But you can just impose that on anybody.
But even that's more rational than this, frankly, because this is somebody who has reflexive responses in her face of all kinds, and you can interpret them any way you wish. They have nothing to do with what's happening to her.
15 years, just basically.
After bulimia. That's what she died of.
Right. And they don't, by the way, the far right, who's making a big stink about this, they sort of never bring up the bulimia thing. And not that, here's my thing. Not that it should make a world of difference, but there's a difference, and this is the other thing, too. We never want to talk about any shades of gray in this country. It's just sort of everything's murder or nothing's murder, But some guys sitting at a signal, let's say, hypothetically, you're out here in Culver City, and you're just waiting for one of these endless red arrows to turn, even though there's no traffic coming and the light is green. And you get T-boned by a drunk driver. Then you go into this vegetative state.
Right.
To me, that guy is a little different case, a little bit different than the guy who tries to hang himself and goes into vegetative state when they cut him down.
And is it ironic that what we're fighting over is feeding her?
Right. Yeah. It can't feed herself. And they should, if you're going to pull the feeding tube out, give her the cyanide capsule, by the way. Let's not just have her slowly wither.
The slow
just
thing
put her down.
Is painless, and she doesn't have experience of pain anyway. I read some stuff where the neurologist that examined her was explicit that she had no electrical activity in her brain and a flat EEG.
Right.
Flat.
Now, I am saying I don't care what a cup size is, Drew. So that's what you're talking about. By the way, I don't know what that was. That just seemed like a strange direction to go in medically.
I beg your pardon.
But I'm glad you're thinking as a man and not as a doctor all the time. But the thing is for the family to see to see this daughter who is technically alive withering over the course of a week and a half is excruciating. I would rather them just be put down if you're going to pull the tube out. Inject them with something and put them down.
Then you could make the case that somebody is playing God, as opposed to not playing God by not demanding her to be.
Right, but it's the same way you're playing gods when you run over a cat and the thing's just struggling. You put them down. You just stare at them, watch them bleed to death. If you're going to do it, all right. Here's the thing I like. I listen to the talk radio shows, the AM radio shows, and these super blowhardy right wing. Religious types do this thing where it's like, where's the dad? Where's the dad in all this? And then they draw these stupid analogies like, hey, if somebody kicked in the front door in the middle of the night and tried to kill my daughter, you're goddamn right I'd stop them. Yeah. Oh, it's exactly what's going on here. Exactly. Exactly. If your daughter was staring at the same spot in the ceiling for 15 years and nobody came in through the front door, was a nurse removing the feeding tube. Other than that, exactly the same. And the host is always like, yeah, oh, yeah, no, good point. No, touche. Yeah, strong point. Yeah, what is that? What is it that...
That's blowhard.
But why do we all, as human beings, have to just stick? We make a decision, and then that's it. And it's 100%. There's no gray area. This is murder. This is murder one. This is different.
It's easier.
Yeah, it is.
It's just easier.
I know, because otherwise you're forced to think a little bit.
Well, it's you have to use more faculty than merely logic.
Right. And again, this is the religious folks, not huge on thinking. As a matter of fact, the people who really embrace religion, it's basically them going, yeah, I'm done thinking. Someone else will work things out. God's got a plan. He'll work it out. We don't need to do any more thinking. Let's not think. All right, Drew.
Yeah, what?
I just wish you could die with a little dignity in this country.
I agree.
And to make a big deal out of it, and the suffering that these people go through.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
we all should shudder that the government wants to get involved in that process. It really is sad.
Yeah, they're suffering, these people,
and the people that actually know how to create dignity and palliation in death are not allowed to do their job.
No.
Really bad news.
Yeah. Spend millions of dollars getting guys like Kevorkian locked up again. Slippery slope.
You've lost Nikki, though, in all this. She was having a good time.
She was having a good time.
It
Start talking about
got heavy.
Euthanasia.
Serious,
yeah. Well, but see, here's the thing, Nikki. It's a very slippery slope because the first thing, you're pulling the feeding tube out of someone in a brain dead person, vegetative state. Next thing you know, you're just snuffing out perfectly healthy 12-year-old.
Somebody will grab her and just put a pillow over her head.
Yeah. Nothing we can do. No, can't be prosecuted. No, slippery slope, Drew. Very slippery. That's the way it works. You bring your kid in for a physical for Pop Warner football.
How?
Doctor, lethal injection. Not a court in the land that can convict him.
Sure.
No, and it'll happen all right and left. It'll be epidemic. They'll just decide. That's what'll happen.
Just impulse, whimsical.
People just decide they don't want to live, so they'll just go to the doctor and they'll say, "Doctor, I don't want to live," and he'll be obligated to kill them. That's where we're heading. Yeah, you right-wing retards. Do you really believe your own stupid rhetoric? Do you really believe it? That's my question. Do you believe it when you start passing all the slippery slope crap? You and the NRA idiots with the slippery slope crap. Hey, you get rid of the 50 caliber gun. Next thing you know, you can't have a spork in your house. Can't do it.
Brandon, 19.
Idiots. Oh, God, you guys are so stupid. You left-wing pussies make me sick, too, just to be balanced.
Well, by the way, we grew up under years and years of left-wing oppression.
ACLU pussies. Oh, God.
Here we go. Brandon, what's going on?
Hey, what's up?
What's happening?
I got a little bit of a problem. When I have sex with my fiance, the only time I can have an orgasm is when we're role-playing.
What kind of roles?
Everything. We're both switches, so dominant, submissive, everything.
What does a switch? What does a switch mean?
It means that I'll be either dominant or submissive. I don't really have a preference one way or another.
So when you say role playing, you mean sort of S&M play?
Light S&M, schoolgirl and teacher thing, maybe knight in shining armor, anything you could imagine, basically.
Yeah.
And what's the question?
You get to be you don't have to be the schoolgirl.
Not every
right?
time. Not every time.
No. I can't orgasm unless we are actually doing role playing.
How about her?
She has an orgasm almost every time. It doesn't matter. But if she just wants to get in bed and just have sex and not dress up or do anything, I can't have an orgasm.
All right. Who started the role playing fiasco?
I did.
All right. So you have a true fetish. You can't function sexually without these fetishes.
So it sounds like I don't know if it matters, but I'm bipolar.
Well, got that weird voice thing too.
Yeah, the bipolar. That's sort of restricted affect. Yeah.
By the way, they will kill you. That's where we're heading. They'll just kill everyone.
You go after Brandon?
Sure. They'll label you as defective and they'll kill you. Be like Nazi Hungary.
The fact that you're bipolar, Brandon, sort of, again, just is more of a suggestion that there's something going on with you that sets you up for these fetishes, whatever that might be. They seem fairly harmless, whatever.
All right, so here's the question. Do you just indulge them and go, well, that's the way I'm wired, or you try to wean yourself off of them?
The problem is that the fetish tends to distance yourself from the genuine intimacy, and it sounds like you still kind of are intimate together, and she doesn't need the fetish, and she doesn't mind the fetish, so she's still kind of close and available to you. But if this starts spinning off to the fetish becoming more important than the relationship, then you got a problem, and then you need to
and that's what I'm worried about.
Well, contain it.
Yeah.
It's possible to kind of go, well, let's pull it back a little bit, try to have some regular sex, and maybe
How about you
on holidays have the role playing.
That's right. Like Easter. It's coming up. God, Jesus rose on Sunday, and your penis will rise on Monday. There you go. That's nice.
That is
true
nice.
story.
Well done.
Slippery slope.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, Brandon.
Yeah.
Why don't you see? Because to me, it feels like you're on the cusp of you could go either way. Why don't you see if you could have an orgasm without the whips and chains?
Kind of control it and
Like
don't
Passover.
and maybe
do Jewish holidays. Oh, that's right, Nikki
converted.
Nikki converted. Oh, we had a Jew off last time
That's
she was
right.
in here.
And you won, as I recall.
I won.
Oh, you won?
I know. I thought I won
no,
the last one.
I won the first one. You won the last one.
That's right. That's right. We squared off the matzo ball in here. Yeah. Go ahead, Drew. What's up?
I was just saying that I forgot us. Back to the Jew off.
Nikki had to convert to Judaism to marry Ziering.
I didn't have to.
Yeah, I know, but it's
I won't.
nice. You don't want his mom to kill herself. It's always hot. They get the hot chicks in, then it's like, all right, let's have some sex, and here's a little something called the Talmud. I need you to study
Memorize this.
Memorize
Hey, do you know
this.
that I read on the internet I'm the only Jewish girl ever to be on the cover of Playboy?
Oh, really?
Either the first one or the only one ever. Isn't that funny? I represent all Jewish women.
Although I'm going to go with first Miss Makita, first everything.
You think I'm the first Jewish Miss Makita?
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of Jews in that
Well,
industry.
the East Coast one's probably more so.
They're behind the scenes. They don't do the modeling as much as
Handling the money.
Yeah. Drew, please. How dare you? That's a stereotype. There's plenty of hot blonde Jewish tool models. What do you mean? You can't swing a dead cat without hitting one. Please. How dare you? How dare you? You know, that's how these stereotypes get started. You know how they get started? I'll tell you how stereotypes get started. Whether it's the Jews and the money, or the Asians driving slowly, or any of this, or blacks with the big penis. It doesn't exist, and then racist people just bring it up, and people pick it up and run with it.
I see.
That's how all stereotypes get started. All of them.
All of them?
Yeah. Asians being good at math that didn't exist until a white guy brought it up, and then somehow people ran with it, even though it didn't ring true at all. Doesn't ring true at all. Makes no sense in reality. That's right. But people just run with it.
So blondes really are not dumb.
No, not at all. But a white guy brought it up, and everyone ran with it. That's how it works.
Well, he pitched it. He sold it.
He pitched it, and everyone ran with it. I don't know why everyone ran with it when it didn't ring true at all.
No.
That's the interesting part. But there's no basis in reality whatsoever. Yes, Drew?
Yes, Adam.
All right. Shauna? There are just as many Jewish tool models as there are attorneys. That's what I would say. That's what I'm saying. And that's what's unfair about the stereotype. Yes, Drew?
Yes, Adam.
All right. Shauna?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What's happening? Mm-hmm.
I think I might be addicted to sex.
Oh, really?
What's up?
Well, when I was, I know it was before I was 10. It lasted for like a few months. I think
what?
a few months to a year. I was touched by my older brother, and for the longest time, I didn't want anything to do with guys.
So you were sexually abused around the age of 10, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then?
Like 2 months ago, I officially lost my virginity by choice, and ever since then I've been screwing around with different guys.
All right. Well, you say lost by choice. Did your older brother have sex with you?
He did actually put it in me.
Wow.
I can just go. Yeah,
That's having sex, John. That would be a yes. Okay.
Unfortunately, we can't judge. But if we did, we'd be angry at him.
Yeah.
It's impossible to judge.
No.
But so Shauna, you need some therapy.
I've been through.
This is in fact.
It's huge.
Yeah. Is there alcoholism in your family?
Yes. My mom has already been through AA meetings. She's quit.
Okay. Do you feel like you have a momentum with alcohol as well?
I've tried it, but I'm not really fond of it.
How much older is your older brother than you?
4 years.
4 years. So he's 14, you're 10 when this begins?
Yeah, pretty much.
Somebody got to him, too. For sure.
Yeah, either that or he has a brain aneurysm or something. I mean, what's your brother doing now, by the way? Publicist? What's he doing?
Me and him have a nice brother-sister relationship.
You do?
And it's like it never happened, and I love him to death. And
Well, explain something. I lent my sister $6,500 about 8 years ago. She didn't pay me back. It's weird between the two of us. Right. When I see her Thanksgiving, it's just weird energy.
Right. Imagine if you put your penis in her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Okay.
$6,500. That's weird enough.
Yeah.
I can only imagine this.
And that's a Corolla family, too.
Yeah. Although $6,500 in my family.
Oh, that's a big deal.
Oh, that's like 200,000 in any other family. Easily.
Shauna, this is, in fact, where sexual compulsions and addictions often come from, is the sexual abuse history and then the alcoholism. Those two things can combine to create true sexual addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Before this really spirals out of control and you hurt yourself, do get some help with this. This is not, like with any addiction, it's not something you can just choose to stop. It needs treatment. Okay?
Okay.
All right. There you go, baby.
There you
Up. You there?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. All right. You got to get help.
All right.
I'm sorry for what happened to you, but you're going to get pregnant. You're going to get screwed up. You're going to go down a bad path.
Yes.
You got to get together. What does your brother do now?
He goes to ACC.
Oh, okay. He's over at ACT? He's
In Austin.
Oh, he's over in Austin.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Keep an eye on him. I don't trust him. Okay. I think our phones are cutting out. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Let me tell you something. There's a problem we have with our phones, which is something that it's sort of, it couldn't be worse if you were doing a talk show.
It's a national talk show. We can't talk to our callers.
But here's the worst part. Everybody can hear the answer.
Except us.
Except for us. We hear nothing. It cuts off. So what it sounds like to everyone who's listening to the program, when we go, how old are you? We don't hear the answer.
They say 17.
They say 17, and we go, could you answer the question? That's awesome. Makes us seem either like we're deaf, stupid, or both.
And insensitive a-holes.
And it can't be sorted out. And I wouldn't even mind.
Well, it was better for a while. It's gotten bad again all of a sudden.
Right.
Michelle,
I wouldn't mind if it cut out to the people. I wouldn't mind if it cut out for the people that were listening. So at least we're on the same page. We just seem like idiots because it cuts out in the studio all the time.
All right, let's take a break.
All right. Drew's disgusted with all of you.
I am.
Let's go on strike.
Nikki Ziering here tonight. She's going to go in the bathroom again.
Scorpion.
Let's get that scorpion taken care of. Take a quick break. Be right back after this.
Thank you for calling LoveLine. Your call will be answered in the order it seems interesting.
Call LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
Yeah. Ready? Yeah. Ready? Yeah. Ready?
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Nikki Ziering is here tonight. Got herself a little DVD movie release, Gold Diggers, National Lampoon's Gold Diggers, coming out this Tuesday.
The 29th.
The 29th. That's when it will be released. Nikki's going to hang for one more break with us. She has to leave a little bit early tonight because she has to talk to South Africa.
Yes.
At midnight.
FHM in South Africa.
And what time is it there? Do you know when you call tonight at midnight?
Probably 12 noon.
Yeah. Michelle does.
So basically, this has already happened.
Yeah, we're done. Let's call it a night. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'd like to just sync everything up, Drew. Let's just make
put the whole
everything
globe on the same clock, even if it's dark out.
Yeah, well, it's like
that would be nice. I got to admit,
we're over at Kimmel, and listen, here's the deal. Yeah, we're over at Kimmel, and it's like, we want to call the troops over in Iraq. Okay, the show starts at 9. What time is that? 4 a.m. Really? Couldn't even be midnight or 6:30 in the morning. It's going to be 4. It's going to be the worst possible
right in the middle of REM sleep. Yeah.
Time. I mean, you couldn't. 3 a.m. is better, and so is 5 and 4 a.m. Sorry, but here's what I'm saying. What time over there?
It's 10:30 a.m. on the 25th.
10:30. All right. Here's what I'm saying.
On her phone.
Yeah, she's sharp, that Michelle. My point is this. Let's just go. Let's sync everything up to the United States. And by the way, not the Eastern
Los
United
Angeles.
States. Los Angeles.
Yeah.
The West. Here's the deal. Tough ass. We'll kick your ass. Here's the deal. It's either 11:31 everywhere else in the world, or we're gonna drop a bomb on you. That's my plan.
Man, you will be a great leader one day.
It's gonna be awesome.
It'll be terrific. Hey, let's take this from Dave real quick while we're still on the topic.
All right, but you laugh. But next time you go travel east,
I'll be delighted. I'd be delighted.
Yes. Thank you.
Except when I come back west, that extra 3 hours I always count on.
No, I'll change it for you. You want me to change it for you, brother?
Or you'll drop a bomb.
I'll move it.
Okay.
You tell me when you're coming back from the east, I'll move it 3 hours.
Excellent.
Drew's coming back.
I'm like about 8 hours sometimes.
I think I can only go to about 5 before people start getting PO'd.
Okay.
Okay? Well, we can move it around. You got to get, I'm going to need a couple days advance notice for businesses
Fair
and
enough,
things
fair
like
enough.
that.
Well done.
Dave?
Yeah.
There was a Jewish cover girl on Playboy before Nikki?
Yeah, absolutely. Barbie Benton.
Barbie Benton was Jewish?
Absolutely.
Well, they didn't need to
Didn't
update
convert
their...
either. She's actually a Jewish girl.
Really? Hot. I always dug Barbie Benton.
Yeah,
It's like dig to Nikki there, too.
So tell Nikki she's not the first or only Jewish girl on the cover.
Well, I just read it somewhere recently on the internet, so I
Okay,
guess
well,
I
they
can't
were-
believe.
they were
I guess I can't believe everything. We need to submit an update to those
Can't
people.
believe everything you hear on the internet.
Yeah.
Bitter Hasidim Dave on there. Dave, you Jewish?
Yeah, I am.
Dave, what's the number one Jewish name? Dave? Mark?
Dave.
Abraham?
That's Davis.
Well,
King David.
My name's actually Dave. It's not David, but people call me David.
All right, so Barbie Benton. Are you into Barbie Benton?
Yeah, she's pretty hot. I mean, I don't know what she looks like these days, but probably still looks good.
Yeah, she was smoking. And she had that little squeaky voice. Hot. Probably got molested. Glad I didn't know it at the time. Oh, yeah.
Think of all the hours of enjoyment you would have missed.
There was a great Love Boat episode where she was a nudist.
Oh, God.
And insisted on going nude on the Lido deck.
Nice.
Were you into Barbie Benton?
No.
Really?
No.
Why?
I'm sorry. We can still hang out. Think of all the ones we have in common.
Well, you got to do better than, she was hot. You just nothing? Not for you.
No.
You like blondes. And you really like blondes when you're 19 or whatever, right?
Probably.
I mean,
hard to remember.
Well, what I mean is though, when you're younger,
Everything's
you
more
like
intense,
more of a,
more intense.
and you're not nuancy. You're not like, oh, she's
Yes,
beautiful,
right.
You know, you just want blonde, you want big, you want pow,
Whatever,
right? All right,
Pow.
Whitney,
Yeah.
you're 18.
Yeah.
What's up?
So I've been getting these super orgasms that are about like 5 times the intensity of a regular one. And I've only gotten like 2 or 3 ever, but I just want to know if there's something different between like a regular orgasm and these, because I've never experienced anything like this before.
Hold on a second.
Super.
You've only had 2 or 3 orgasms ever?
No, of these like super intense ones that.
And
like,
are you doing something different that brings on these super intense ones?
Not really. It's always during sex, and I don't know.
New guy, same guy.
It's only happened with one guy, and it's my most recent boyfriend.
See, this is that factor, I think.
The guy's got it.
Because she can't describe that he's doing something.
And it's just
something's
one
happening
guy.
to her. Yeah.
Maybe she got the scorpion tail involved.
Well, that's the other thing I was thinking.
Whitney,
Yeah.
is this a guy? Is this guy your boyfriend?
Yeah, he's my boyfriend.
All right. I don't know. So I don't know. You were confusing about it.
It's bewildering to you. It's bewildering to us as well. You're not describing any new process or technique or experience you're having. Nikki, help her. You're the woman here. Is there something that we need to be asking her that could be producing this?
No, I mean, I have the same question. Why does it happen sometimes?
I just don't understand it.
Like,
Yeah,
I think she's asking, is it something different happening to her body that's creating that super intense?
Can it be something different, or is it just like just something that's really intense?
How do we know if you're doing something different?
You got to describe. You got to tell us. Is he doing something different? Are you doing something different? Or is something about the experience of being with this person triggering a different sort of neurochemistry in you?
But it's the same guy. It's her boyfriend.
I understand, but it's a new guy. It's a different guy.
How
right?
new? She wasn't clear about that. How new is this guy?
We've been going out for about 3 or 4 months,
So it's a kind of new guy.
and it's only happened with this guy.
Right, but you've been with this guy how many times sexually, you figure? Ballpark.
Like 3 times a day for like the last 3 months.
And then all of a sudden it started getting intense.
Hold on a second.
When did you do anything else?
21 times a week. You're like 84 times a
Or
month.
maybe she's
it's
just
200.
becoming more comfortable, sexually just more comfortable and relaxing more. And then, that's when your orgasms get really a lot better.
All right. Well, wait. You got 250 porkins under your belt. Porkin used to be a form of currency. You want a cup of ale? That'd be 3 porkins.
Oh yeah, really?
3 porkins.
That was just in Old England, though.
Oh, it's Old England. Yeah, that's what you do. Porkins. Yeah, you can buy a slave like 200 porkins.
Ale and porkins.
Ale and porkins. World's worst mall shop. World's worst eatery at the airport. Ale and porkins. Lost a ton of money over at Ale and porkins. Point is 250 porkins. How many of them were the Mega O's? World's worst breakfast cereal, too.
About
Mega O's.
3 or 4 of them.
And they've been recent.
They've been since we've going out, just.
So vague.
Yeah. I'm done with vague. I'm now going into stupid.
Yeah.
Since we've been going out.
And I'm assuming this is during intercourse she's talking about.
Since we've been going out.
I
Like
know.
she won't get off. People call the show sort of like in native 250 years ago, just sort of, 200 million years ago, just sort of
primitive man.
stupid. Yes, they get on something and they won't let you go. Yes, we get it that it's this guy.
We get
it's
that it's
not
been 3 months
happened
with
since
him.
this guy. It's not happened since this guy. We know that. We want to know if it's been recent, though, the last few weeks, something like that. Let's see.
It hasn't been concentrated. It's been dispersed in the last few months.
So every once in a while, you
started at the beginning.
Do you have an orgasm? Do you have like an ejaculation at those orgasms?
Yeah, it's just, I just can't describe it. It's so intense. I don't know whether to.
But hang on, do you have an ejaculation?
I do.
Okay, so it's a new thing for you.
All right,
All right, well,
all right.
that happens.
Well, enjoy.
Do you have any medication or anything? Nothing new that way.
No.
Whitney?
I'm on birth control for the first.
Birth control.
But that could be doing it too. I mean, that can increase the intensity sometimes.
Why the sporadic nature of it, though? You know what I mean?
Just because they get the right spot going, and there you go.
Yeah. Women they're intermittent.
Now,
They're
my
hard to-
question
hard to
here's
fix
the
them.
thing as a man that I find confusing about that. Why isn't she going for that now every time?
I think she has to. She's just waiting for to be touched by the hand of God.
But if you were male, wouldn't you be like, okay, well that's
my new one.
That's it. Let's go every time. That's where we got it.
Anything less would be a disappointment now.
Why don't women do that? He says, looking at Nikki.
I wonder why wouldn't I?
You'd go for it.
You would.
right?
Absolutely.
That would be
I agree with you. Anything once you have that,
That'd
it's
be
like
your
you
new
kinda-
standard.
Yeah,
That'd be your new benchmark.
absolutely.
That's right.
Why wouldn't you?
You think
That's right.
because she's 19 or 20, wherever she is, that 18, that's why she doesn't quite lock it in?
I don't know.
I don't think. I don't think she thinks she can control it. I don't think there's anything she thinks she can go for.
Right.
She's
She
just
thinks it
waiting
just
for it to
happens.
happen.
Happens to her, yeah.
Whitney.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't think there's anything you can do to achieve it? Is that correct?
I really don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing different, or it just sometimes it
Here we
happens.
go again.
Yes. You
It
don't.
always happens when I'm on top. Also,
Well, then why don't you do that every time?
well, when I am on top other times, it doesn't always do it.
Why don't you go for that every time?
Well, yeah,
You do. Okay.
You
Yeah.
do. You try to have the big one each time.
yeah.
You get
Yeah,
on.
of
You
course.
get. You get on top every time.
No, but
Yeah. All right. This isn't. I'm done. I'm done with all you idiots. Why do we talk to you?
Nikki's
Why?
gotta go.
I could be telling story. I could be complaining about feeding tubes
Yes,
and talking about
yes.
high school football. I could fill so much airtime, so
you
much
could
interesting
complain about
conversation.
slippery slopes.
No, we got to
You could
talk.
complain about slippery slopes for hours.
We got to talk to people all the time. We just won't.
Yeah, we can do
People are just becoming like reptiles who call this show. There's no idea what you're talking about ever. Yes.
Yes.
All right. One more call.
No.
No, we're done.
She got to go.
Oh, Nikki's got to call South
I gotta
Africa.
call South Africa.
Under my under my rule would be exact same time it is now.
So she could wait 12 hours.
Exactly.
That's right. Go home, take a nap. Yeah. All right, Nikki.
Drop
always,
your bomb on South Africa and make it happen.
Always. No. I just threaten.
He just threatened.
Oh,
He doesn't actually hurt anybody.
They get in line. Yeah.
They get in line.
Well, you know my plan, and my plan. I want to do this with the terrorists too. Is I want to bomb one of our own states.
Just sort of prove a
I want
point.
to bomb Idaho.
Just to show that you can.
Yeah, you know, once in a while, like a crazy boxer goes in the ring and starts punching himself in the face. You're like, oh my God, this guy's
He's
a
nuts.
maniac.
He's nuts, yeah.
I want to blow up Idaho and go, all right, Terry, now who's next? Who's next?
Yeah, I'm crazy. I'll drop trout.
I'll drop.
Yeah, Canada's next.
Like a dog getting a fight and biting its own leg.
Yeah,
I'm just that nutty.
Yeah.
If we took out Idaho, we'll take out anyone. Yes?
Yes.
All right.
You're crazy.
I'll give him like 24 hours notice over there in Idaho.
Yeah,
Just
clear
let him
out,
clear out
yeah.
a little bit. All right, so everyone, Gold Diggers, National Lampoon, I should say, coming out on the 29th this Tuesday. Nikki, always a delight, always a pleasure.
Oh, thank you. Ditto.
We'll take ourselves a quick break. Be right back after this.
Thank you for calling LoveLine. Your call will be answered in the order it seems interesting.
Call LoveLine. Call 1-800-LOVE-191.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Yeah. Woo! Get it on. Yeah. Gotta get it on. No choice but to get it on.
I'm looking at cars.
Nikki's a sweet pea. She's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Feels good, too. Picking her up is like picking up a finely crafted tool. You know what I mean? It just feels right in your hand. Not that cheap Taiwanese junk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This feels good. It's like a snap-on wrench. When you get a good hand tool, it feels right.
Right.
Yeah.
It fits.
Put your arms around Nikki. It just snaps right into place. Perfect. Like a Lego on my Pago. Yeah.
That poor woman, that's all she gets is that.
She loves it. What are you talking about?
You decided.
I know. But believe me, she looks at me as a piece of meat, too.
Oh, I noticed that.
Guarantee you that.
Yeah.
Guarantee.
Yeah.
Guarantee.
Yeah.
Guarantee.
Yeah.
Christina?
Hello?
Yeah, she's
What's
into
up?
me.
What's
You know why? I'll tell you why
what's
she's
with
into
men?
me.
That's what men immediately do. They can't even read what's going on with the person.
She digs my sense of humor. That's a turn on.
Oh, well, they all say
Because, you know,
that.
beautiful women love a guy with a
Yes,
great sense
of course,
of humor.
Of course.
Yeah. You see the guys, they're dating Lorenzo Lamas.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so funny, that guy with his shirt off doing Tai Chi. Funny. Yeah. Listen, I work with funny guys. They don't draw that kind of tail. No. But funny. Yeah.
Those dumpy guys from Boston?
Yeah, the dumpy guys from Boston. No, turns out, no. Go ahead, Christina.
Hi.
Hey.
I thought you guys weren't taking any more callers tonight.
Oh, well, we got you, baby, so go ahead.
So I have some questions for Dr. Drew. My best friend, he's a male best friend, just talked to me last week and has told me that he's gay. And, I've had friends that are gay before, and I'm I've been very accepting of it. And at this point in my life, I just was really curious about what that's about. I mean, he's 25, I'm 24, and is it something that people are born with? Is it something that happens to them in their childhood? I just want to be a supportive friend and kind of learn more about it, I guess.
Well, there's a lot to be learned, Christina. There's whole fields of study where people dedicate their lives to trying to figure out exactly that question. In the sort of simplest way possible to answer your question.
Phagography, it's called, by the way, the study. That's the study of homosexuals.
Of course. And
write that down.
Clearly there is some sort of genetic predisposition. Like with every human behavior, it's nurture and nature. It's environment and biology, genetics and environment. And there's clearly some genetic component. For people to call this show, we would say the significant majority of gay men have a history of sexual abuse by men in their childhood. That seems to push some men into that sexual orientation. But that's not exclusively the way it happens.
Right.
Homology could be, too. That would kind of work. And that actually sounds
really
not
don't
so
know
offensive.
One day we'll probably understand the sort of wiring mechanisms that set up a sexual preference. But we don't know.
Hey, listen, Christina, you really have to understand him on a sort of molecular level to be his friend. He's gay. He digs dudes.
Well, hey, I'm a vet student, so that's the way that I think,
You're a what?
I'm a vet
student.
That's the way I think.
Hey, lesbian, veteran.
Veterinarian?
Yeah.
Veteran or veterinarian?
Veterinarian.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're lesbian?
I'm a lesbian? No,
See?
I might make things a little bit simpler in my life, but that's not the case.
All right. Well, he's gay, and either he's born that way, or it's either God made him that way, or his stepdad made him that way. Or God made his stepdad make him that way.
Oh, you're heavy, dude.
Slippery slope.
Yeah, that's pretty intense.
All right, Christina, you don't need to know anything. He's a good guy. He's your friend.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Enjoy. What do you want to do?
What do I want to do?
Your veterinary medicine.
Oh, athletic medicine and horses.
Oh,
interesting.
So you would work on like race horses and
race horses,
that
any sort of
perform?
competition, sport horses.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So that's a. By the way, it's a good gig because here's the thing. It's nice coming into a field where normally the horse breaks its ankle, you shoot it. You know, all the pressure's off at that point because it's all gravy.
Right. How much worse?
Hey, we don't have to shoot the horse. Wow, you're a genius.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bar's pretty low.
That's nice.
Yeah. Let's talk to Drew. So caught up in his car magazine. I got to talk to somebody here, Drew. You ready?
Please, somebody be
Thanks. Frank?
Yeah, Adam.
25. What's up?
Yeah, I was just wondering about this product. I see this product NADS. Wondering if it would be dangerous if I used it on my NADS.
Is it called NADS?
Well, I've trimmed closely before. I haven't
Hold on.
done.
What's the product called?
It's called NADS. It's from Australia. It's the no heat hair removal system.
Man, Nikki's probably doing an interview with the guy who invented it. She's South Africa. That's right. Yeah, all right. Well, what do you want to know? You want to know if it works?
You want to know so if you can use it as testicles?
I just want to know if.
What does it say on the product? Does it tell you that's where you should use it, or it tells you warning? Don't put this any place sensitive.
I don't know. I'm trying.
All right, we don't know either.
All right, who cares? Idiots.
We bore.
Yes, please. Please. All right, you ready to go here, Drew?
Keep going.
I grow weary.
Truly.
Are you weary?
Oh, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you weird upon?
My goodness, yes.
Liz?
Yes.
You're 19?
Oh,
let me say this. I don't know if she cussed or not, but let me say this about the nutsack.
Porous.
Here's the criteria you use to decide whether you can put something on your nutsack. If you can put it in your eye, you can put it on your nutsack.
That's about right.
That should just be the rule.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you want to put a little saline solution on your nutsack? Fine, but I wouldn't put paint thinner in there. Yeah, lacquer thinner. No, use your eye as it, because I swear to God, it's not much different.
There you go.
Thank you. Let's take a break.
Liz, real quick.
I think she tried to cuss. Huh?
No, I'm curious about what her question is.
yes.
Go ahead, real quick.
Okay, I'm going to get straight to the point because I've been wanting to call you guys for some years now.
All right, go ahead.
Since I was, I think, 10 years old was the first time I ever used a vibrator or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's young, but I don't know if that's weird or not.
Hey, Liz, the part where you said you're going to get straight to the point. Let's stay with that. What's the question?
I kind of got started a little early doing things like that, and I'm really trying to figure out if there's something wrong with me or if I'm not trying something right, because since I've actually had sex with guys, it's really hard for me to get off. And I can get them off, but...
All right, well, that's good.
You missed the whole discussion we had earlier.
You can get off through intercourse. It's just difficult, or not at all?
It's like, I get bored, you know.
Is that no, though? So nothing?
No, pretty much nothing. Like
you need a relationship.
How about you know what you need to do? You need to. I hate to sound corny, but you need to fall in love.
I did.
All right,
and that guy needs to pay attention and work on things.
You fall in love, you guide your partner, and then you don't put the emphasis on sex.
But you have him pay attention. You tell him what you need, what you
guide
want.
Him, but take the pressure off the penis.
Here we go.
All right, we'll be back.
All right, guys, here's the deal. Dateline. You're looking to hook up, sick of wasting time with the wrong person?
Dateline. One call's all you need to make.
Call the Dateline. 877-889-DATE.
Call the Dateline.
1-800-LOVE-191. Call LoveLine.
Well, that's the show. I want to thank Nikki Ziering for coming in here tonight and being her always delightful, effervescent self. Tell everyone to go out and get Gold Diggers, National Lampoon's Gold Diggers, out on DVD this coming Tuesday. I want to give thanks to Engineer Chris for doing a great job some of the week. Engineer Michelle for just fantastic. Dynamo.
Anderson for putting together the best of.
Anderson is jealous of what we have, me and Michelle.
Yeah.
Anderson for doing a great job slaving away all week. And producer Ann and Junior producer Lauren for doing a great job. And, of course, phone screener Brian and Until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
Scrotaliosis.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for LoveLine is Annie Gold. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.